a burglar entered my house and hid inside the wardrobe. I saw this on the surveillance footage. I'm afraid to report it to the police because I have a dead body hidden in the wardrobe. My name is Lily Carter.
My name is Max Turner, and I'm sorry to say that I'm not someone important. In fact, I'm a thief. Every day, I go to different floors of nearby apartment buildings to distribute flyers. I like to roll up the flyers into cylindrical shapes and wedge them onto the doorknobs of the residents' doors. After a day or two, I come back to check on the flyers. If they're still there, it means the residents haven't been back for a while. That's when I know they're my target. Harborview Apartments, Building 4, Unit 201 is my target for today. The flyers on the doorknob were placed here by me 3 days ago. It's been 3 days and the flyers remain unchanged. I'm wearing a hat, mask, gloves, and shoe covers. I take out my tools from my bag and skillfully open the door. There's a pleasant fragrance lingering in the air inside the room. I gently close the door and begin assessing the layout of the place. It's my habit to familiarize myself with the environment inside, which helps me deal with unexpected situations. It's a standard studio apartment. The bathroom is adjacent to the kitchen, and there's a security net on the balcony. There's only one toothbrush cup in the bathroom. The shoe cabinet contains women's shoes, indicating that the resident is a single woman. Since it's a female resident, my primary target is naturally jewelry. If there are valuable electronic devices, even better. After all, in this day and age, very few people keep cash at home. I found a jewelry box in the bedside table drawer. There are 2 bracelets, a necklace, 2 pairs of earrings, and a ring. All of them are made of pure gold. I pack them all into my pocket, satisfied with the successful haul. Experience has taught me one truth: know when to stop. So I close the drawer and prepare to leave. But just as I returned to the entrance, I heard the sound of keys unlocking the door. Instantly, a wave of panic washed over me. In a desperate rush, I quickly retreated to the corner and hid inside the wardrobe. After all, it was the only place in the entire room where someone could be concealed. I closed the wardrobe door and let out a long sigh of relief. As I listened to the movements at the door, I calculated my next move in my mind. I heard the sound of the door being closed, followed by the clicking of high heels. The homeowner was indeed a woman. Since the wardrobe was in the corner and faced directly towards the entrance, I had a perfect view of the entire room through the narrow gap in the wardrobe door. I saw a well-dressed woman enter the room. She placed her handbag down, changed into slippers, took off her coat, and hung it on the clothes rack. Then she walked straight towards the wardrobe. I muttered to myself, realizing that this could turn into a close encounter with the woman. Luckily, the woman opened the sliding door on the left side of the wardrobe, while I was hiding on the far right side. I crouched down, using the clothes as cover, and the woman didn't notice me. The woman took out a casual jacket from the wardrobe, put it on, and closed the wardrobe door. I wiped the cold sweat off my forehead, relieved that it was just a false alarm. The woman went into the kitchen, washed an apple for herself, and then turned on the TV sitting on the sofa. The TV was playing a beauty program. The woman watched the TV while eating her apple. I stayed inside the cabinet, not daring to breathe loudly, waiting for an opportunity to leave. I had already prepared for the worst-case scenario. If necessary, I would simply rush out, as long as the woman didn't catch a glimpse of me. However, that would surely alert the neighbors. Once the woman reported to the police, it would be easy for them to identify me through nearby surveillance cameras. So it would be best to leave unnoticed. In the current situation, my options were either when the woman went to the bathroom or after she fell asleep. While I was silently waiting for the right moment, Suddenly my phone vibrated slightly. Someone had sent me a text message. I slowly took out my phone and glanced at it. It was from my buddy Vincent Hart. The message read, "Where are you working today? Any good clients? Introduce me to a few." Vincent Hart and I were in the same line of work, and we often shared information about potential targets. Sometimes in a single building, we would come across several targets in a row. When I couldn't handle it alone, I would call Vincent Hart to join me. I quickly replied to Vincent Hart's message. In an urgent situation, the client came home, and I'm trapped inside the house. Soon, Vincent Hart replied, "Did the client catch you in the act?" "No, I'm hiding in the wardrobe and the client hasn't discovered me yet." I took a photo of the woman sitting on the sofa through the gap in the wardrobe door and sent it to Vincent Hart. "This client has good looks. Have you ever thought about robbing her of both her possessions and her heart? Get lost, hurry up, and help me. Come up with a way to lure the woman out." Then I sent Vincent Hart the woman's address. "It's urgent. I'll treat you to drinks tonight." Vincent Hart replied with a "on my way," and then there was no further communication. The woman threw away the unfinished apple. Then she got up and walked to the liquor cabinet, took out 2 wine glasses, and poured 2 glasses of red wine. I was taken aback as I watched. Why were there 2 wine glasses? And I also noticed that she poured a whole bottle of sleeping pills into one of the glasses. The woman placed the 2 glasses of wine on the coffee table and glanced at her watch. She seemed to be waiting for someone. At that moment, I heard a knock on the door. I was initially wondering if it could be Vincent Hart, but he shouldn't have arrived so quickly.
More thriller book recommendations on Kindle Unlimited. Please subscribe my channel.